First of all,
very warm welcome and thank you so much for joining this particular demo, which is on your cloud platform integration. So my name is Sam D'Souza. So I have been in SAP industry from last close to 15 years. I have worked on-premise, then mobile solution, and then your cloud solutions across all three domains as a full stack. And I work with integration from last 7 to 8 years whenever this cloud solution steps into the market. So today my main agenda will be to talk about this particular tool, SAP Cloud Platform Integration. And whatever the questions you have, because mostly I have received the question, what are the prerequisites in case if you don't have a PI knowledge or XI knowledge, if you don't know about PIPO, so we'll be able to learn it and how we'll be able to learn with for different solutions we do have it. So you don't have to be worried about that particular bit. So we'll just start the part bit by bit, we'll just try to answer your question. Okay. And in case if you have very specific, might be after this session, we'll be able to take it up. Okay, so let's start this particular session. Okay, so first of all, who can learn this particular course? So right now, definitely there are different kind of section of people we have, from functional consultant, from technical consultants. So right now, you know how SAP and all these companies are evolving in terms of cloud. Okay, so we do have on-premise in place, and there are so many customers who are using SAP solutions. Okay, and there are SAP customers also who are. And thank you so much for joining this particular demo, so which is on your cloud platform integration. So my name is Sam D'Souza. So I have been in SAP industry from last close to 15 years. I have worked on-premise, then mobile solution, and then your cloud solutions across all three domains as a full stack. And I work with integration from last 7 to 8 years whenever this cloud solution steps into the market. So today my main agenda will be to talk about this particular tool, SAP Cloud Platform Integration. And whatever the questions you have, because mostly I have received the question, what are the prerequisites in case if you don't have a PI knowledge or XI knowledge, if you don't know about PIPO, so we'll be able to learn it and how we'll be able to learn with for different solutions we do have it. So you don't have to be worried about that particular bit. So we'll just start the part bit by bit, we'll just try to answer your question. Okay, and in case if you have very specific, might be after this session, we'll be able to take it up. Okay, so let's start this particular session. Okay, so first of all, who can learn this particular course? So right now, definitely there are different kind of section of people we have, from functional consultant, from technical consultants. So right now, you know how SAP and all these companies are evolving in terms of cloud. Okay, so we do have on-premise in place, and there are so many customers who are using SAP solutions. Okay, and there are SAP customers also who are using other kind of non-SAP solutions, might be your Salesforce or different solutions. So in case if you have worked with any of solution, in case if you don't have a zero knowledge of cloud platform, you can start with. And in case if you might have learned some kind of integration concept, or in case if you have already tried also, you can might be explore more, because in this particular course, we will be talking more about Groovy and advanced part. But the good part of this particular course is we do have a minimum prerequisite in terms of integration to start with it. And in case if you don't have any prior experience in integration, you don't have to worry about it, because some people have always questions regarding, okay, I didn't know about SAP PI, how it will be. So definitely there are minimum prerequisites to start this particular course, because just think of a scenario right now as an application developer. In case if you have done course on Fiori or ABAP, you just try to write an application part. Okay, but when you say an integration developer, you have to make sure how you can connect both the different systems. It can be SAP system and can be non-SAP system. So understanding that kind of both different data models and how to play inside that particular middleware, it's quite important. Okay, so right now, in case if you are
want to learn from scratch, this will help you out. In case if you have a bit of prior knowledge, so you can just go for the advanced concept in the same
course. So right now, what we will be learning? So we'll be learning about SAP Cloud Platform Basics and CPI capabilities and offering. So CPI, I'm sure everyone knows, CPI stands for Cloud Platform Integration. So cloud platform is in a bigger umbrella, which has your different kind of services. So mostly in this particular course, we'll be talking about integration services. So we do have a cloud platform in different flavors, okay, like Neo and all. But we'll be talking about integration in this particular course of cloud platform. Second important thing about this particular course is adapters. So right now, adapters, in case if you don't know the meaning of it, so don't worry. I'll just tell you the normal English meaning, just short it as adapt. So in case if you can just make sure two system can communicate or can adapt with the help of a CPI, that's an adapters. Okay. So right now, just have this kind of lame definition in case if you don't know, but we'll be talking about adapters. So one small example is in case you want to connect with non-SAP solution, might be in case if you want to connect with your Facebook, okay, or it might be you can if you want to integrate with success factor solutions. So we do have a different kind of adapters which we should be able to use it. So next important thing is how to use a prepackaged content. So right now, just understand prepackaged content as, so right now, I'll just try to give you a realistic case that in case if you want to integrate an S4 system to cloud system, in case if you want to replicate a business partner. So SAP has delivered you pre-packaged content. You just have to install it. So this pre-packaged contents is very strategic to SAP because it will play an important role. And whenever we just go down in today's demo, I'll be able to show you how many solutions SAP support in terms of different solutions which SAP supports with the pre-packaged content. And this is, trust me, is a leverage for SAP in market. Okay. And the next important thing is right now, definitely your scenario can be a little tricky. So you have to understand some different kind of a language also. So we do have in this particular course, Groovy and JavaScript in case if you want to write a code. Might be in case if your integration requires some kind of additional complexity. So you have your Groovy script and your JavaScript to deal with it. So right now for this particular course, I'll be talking about Groovy, very specific. In case if you have any specific thing related to JavaScript, I can just help you out. Okay, so this is what you will be learning about your SAP Cloud Platform integration. The second part, so right now let's just start. So I think we are clear with who can learn this course, then what we'll be learning in this particular course. So right now, just next is the agenda for this particular demo. So right now, first of all, why we need integration. Okay. So right now, in case if you're starting from a scratch, you are might be on some kind of application, might be you are want to be a functional. So right now, agenda for today will be why we need integration. Then what is SAP CPI? Then what is exactly the architecture and the system walkthrough. So right now, whatever the topic today, it will be kind of a holistic overview and might be once I'll show you the content in case if you subscribe for this particular part, then we can just go in detail. So right now, why we need integration? So let me start this particular question with just one example, okay? So that you will be able to understand or you will be able to relate more. So right now, let's say whenever you go to site called Amazon.in, and in case if you want to buy an item, so for example, I have to buy a phone, okay? So you just add to cart and you just place an order, okay? And right now, after a few minutes, you get a confirmation. So what exactly you think? This is a one application system behind it, or how will be the process is happening it up? So definitely, one thing for sure. So there would be multiple systems. Might be one is for your inventory check. That is it available or not? Might be other is that can we make a delivery to that particular place? Okay. Might be how will be our sales order execution will be happening in the background. So right now, just to execute one simple delivery of phone will have so many of system will be talking in a backend. So same way, we need an integration to make sure that all the systems are harmonized. So might be now, I have just given an example of Amazon in case if someone is not from a SAP background. Now think of a case whenever we are working with some kind of cloud solutions in which we have suppose your SAP business partner application, or might be in case we have a sales order, might be working with some CRM cloud solution. So right now we need end-to-end process. So we have to make sure it communicates. So for this particular bit, for this particular scenarios, we need integration. So now next is what is exactly your integration challenges. So we do have different kind of challenges for the integration part. Your we need a real-time business integration. So right now there are so many cloud integrations are there. Why? Because we do have point solutions in the cloud. So point solutions means very specific to something. For example, like success factor, very specific, talked about HR, nothing else. Okay, might be Ariba, might be Concur. So there are different kind of cloud systems we have. So how we can integrate it? Might be then can be a non-SAP solutions. Might be a solution like a Salesforce. Okay, might be then the next challenge will be customize SAP. So there can be a chance that customer develops their own some kind of a logic, and they want to make sure the data flows into other system. So this is also one problem. Then it's about how about support part, then security, how much time to implement and how to upgrade it. So these are the challenges we do have currently in the integration part. Okay. And to fix these particular challenges, we do have something called SAP Cloud Platform Integration. Okay. So right now going in detail into CPI. So right now there are different names we do have in market. Someone called SAP CPI, someone called HCI. Okay, so CPI stands for a Cloud Platform Integration. Your HCI stands for HANA Cloud Integration, and there's one more naming which is called SCP, SAP Cloud Platform, SCP. So there are different names we do have in a market. So sometimes people get confused. Okay, so what exactly the path? So right now I know there are a lot of confusing things we do have it. Okay, in terms of what kind of a middleware SAP is giving right now. Somewhere people get confused that CPI is your on-premise, HCI is your cloud. So don't get confused. Your CPI is the current name. So whenever it started in like close to 2013, so initially we used to call as HANA Cloud Integration, as same way like your cloud platform previously used to be called as HANA Cloud Platform, HCP. So right now we do have two names for your platform. It's cloud platform, and integration service which we need to subscribe is known as cloud platform integration. Okay. So currently the name for this particular tool is CPI, SAP Cloud Platform Integration. So in case if I have to give you very simple definition of what exactly is CPI, so this is designed as a platform as a services PaaS, so which helps to integrate multiple independent system applications for business process. So when I say process, same way you can just map with the example of Amazon, how your order will be placed and different components will be communicating with each other to fulfill my process. Okay. So right now this can be cloud to cloud, cloud to on-premise, on-premise to on-premise, and hybrid model. So these are the different models which are available right now. Okay, for your CPI, and we can easily integrate with the non-SAP systems also. Okay. So this is just your what is exactly is the definition of your CPI. So the next important points comes up your CPA architecture. So how about security? Okay, so how about your prepackaged content? How about your community? So right now you see very clearly, because we give this context to this particular tool as a cloud. So I have just made one simple cloud. And what are the different cloud solutions we have? Cloud application solutions we have might be a third party, and then on-premise we have your S4HANA business suite or a third party legacy system. So with this particular tool, you will be easily integrated with your on-premise, your S4 system, your business suite, or any third-party system to your SAP Cloud solutions. Your Ariba, your Hybris, your Fieldglass, S4HANA, Concur, Qualtrics, CPQ. So these are the different solutions which you can just integrate it. All third-party solution can also be integrated with your CPI architecture part. There's a lot of security related features we do have available in your CPI. Then next important point in architecture wise, it's very plug and play, easy to use. So might be I'll just give you a system demo also, like how exactly the screen look likes. And one good thing about this particular middleware tool is that they are just trying to put everything in one place rather than security in other, then doing configuration in one, and then execution doing or monitoring in some other part. Okay, so everything they are just trying to put in one place. So right now, when I say how this strategically this tool is important, so right now we have to be very honest about right now SAP is acquiring companies left and right. Okay, and in case if they have to, because they know in case if they don't acquire, they don't have that particular solution in the market, they will lose it. Same way what is happening in the CRM space. So SAP is right now not missing a chance. Okay, and the customer has also has evolved like anything in last decade. For example, like previously, whatever we used to do order, so that used to be simple order, simple one mail notification. But right now, the industry has changed. They really want the smart codes. Okay. So just to tell about this particular part, so SAP has acquired a lot of other companies than your Fieldglass, Hybris, or Reebok Concurs. Right now, recently they have acquired company like Calidus, which is for your configure price code or for your commissioning. Then they have acquired company called Qualitrix. Then they have company called Core System. So these are the different companies they have acquired, and SAP's vision is just to make sure all these different systems which they have acquired, they should be able to communicate with the SAP systems. So right now, what SAP is making sure that whatever the base pre-packaged content, like what is the most minimum requirement of pre-packaged content, they should push it to the market so that customer they can sell it that we do have a pre-packaged content. But in case if they have to enhance it, if customer has to enhance it, so there will be a lot of demand for integration will come up. Okay, because right now previously it used to be different when our XI or PI used to be there in the market. It is still there, but right now the scenario has been changed because most of the customer to have more fancy UI. Okay, they are just preferring your cloud solutions. So SAP CPI is strategic in terms of how they can capture the different needs, and they can make sure the water, this scenario is watertight. Okay, so right now this plays a very critical role. So this CPI architecture was more in terms of functional or kind of you can understand how you can integrate. Okay, but right now currently it's not about just technical. It's just how architecture wise it's there and how we can communicate. Okay. So this was just about an architecture point. So right now, these are different options we do have in the system. So let me just do one thing without delaying further. Let me just go to cloud platform integration. So right now, so this is my cloud platform integration tool look like. Okay. So right now there are four important pillars of it. Okay. Your discover, design, your run, and monitor. So these are the four key steps we do have it for your SAP cloud platform integration. Okay. And don't think like this will be just navigated from your cloud platform. So this is kind of a one service, one system you are generated, which is linked to your cloud platform, but not as such directly embedded there only. Okay. So this is your how exactly your view look like. SAP has tried to make it very simple. First is your discover, then you design, then you monitor, and you run. So this is an operations view. So right now, first of all, I really want to understand in case how exactly what kind of a content SAP has published. So right now we do see that we do have close to 331 uh, discover content we have. So right now we can just filter it out. So right now, in case we have to see how much is for my integration part. So right now this is close to, sorry. Really sorry for that glitch. So right now, in case if I have to figure out how much is the integration content we have. So we have close to 231 packages. And inside this, you can just assume might be one package would be having like 5 to 7 your artifacts, like your content. So you can assume how much SAP is pushing in terms of packages for different components. So right now, maybe you would have question like, Sam, how many different industries or how many different part it's covered. So right now, in case if we just go down, we can just see what are the different products it is covering it up. So in case if I just click on more, so right now you can just see these are the different product SAP has given the integration with. Your success factor is the one because whatever SAP S4 Cloud for Customer, it's SAP's own. But when you say success factor, your CPQ, this is a new product which SAP acquired, your FSM. Okay. Then we do have your customer data cloud. We have for utilities. Then we have these different partners. For example, like let's just take an example of NGHR. So this is a very, I think, recent one they have added, in which they have mostly success factor integration with the payroll part. So these are the different partners or different companies they have given the prepackaged content. Might be it's for Ariba, might be it's for Salesforce. So yes, you will be surprised that we do have, yes, we do have available for Salesforce integration. We do have Fieldglass, we do have Concur. So these are the different packages we do have it. We have integration with Twitter, Facebook, and lot others. Okay, because right now this particular tool, as such, it's evolving it up. and this will play key role just to make sure that SAP business process or company's business process is aligned and it's harmony with complete overall picture. Okay, so that's how CPI is very, very critical. And in case this can be a chance that in case if you don't have access for this particular system, so I think there is a one more important link we have, which is your cloud integration.hanaondemand.com. So this is kind of a free like free site, or like you'll not be able to see the content, but this is a place where you can see what SAP's offering is. And right now, why this kind of a portal? Because previously SP don't used to have your API management concept of where they expose their data. But right now, seeing Salesforce and other companies how they are doing it in market, so SAP do has a place, okay, so where you can just see what kind of content types is available. So in case if you don't have a system and you want to check or you want to explore, so we do have a place called integration. So you can just come to this particular site, cloudintegration.hanaondemand.com, click on to integration, click on to view more. So right now you can just see how many different packages, different kind of integration we do have it. So right now this bundle is huge, and right now it's evolving day by day. And one important thing, in case if you're looking for anything very specific, let's say Facebook. Let's see what marketing or what kind of integration we have. Okay, so right now import Facebook page data. Might be this is the one right now they have available. Might be package wise, we do have your Facebook page integration with SP Marketing Cloud. So you will be able to easily filter it out based on your need. So this just I have shown you so that for you it's quite easy that you can navigate through what exactly is a business use case and you can see it. And in case you want to look more deep into it, okay, like what kind of package details it is there. So I'm sure right now as such you will not be having the content access, but you will be able to read what exactly how this package helps me out, when was the last modified, what is the exactly the version for it also. Okay, so this is I have just told you. So in case if you want to explore what kind of integration pre-packaged content SAP is already offered, so you can just see it. And the second important thing is, so once right now SAP has given you some kind of content, okay, so let me say success factor peer integration with your third party. So you can inside, you can go to the artifact and you can see different kind of artifacts. So one important good thing about this, in case if you want to learn more about different systems. So right now might be as an integration developer, so it's for sure that you will not be knowing different systems. Might be in case today a success factor has an integration with NG, might be they can have a payroll integration with some other third party. You will not be able to know the system. Okay, so one good thing about is, in case if you have some kind of pre-packaged content, so you will have some kind of a data model understanding, what kind of a data model is coming. And in case if you have a good understanding of your CPI, that how you can import your WSDL or your different files into it, how you can map it, what are the different options, in case how you can process a table, how can you write a script, how can you call different systems. Might be it's not necessary that we do have a sender or receiver. Might be whenever the communication happens, it might can call a third system also. So how exactly you gonna play inside this particular box, okay, your CPI box. So that's also very important thing. An important thing of prepackaged content was like whenever you just come into one of the artifacts. So good thing is what you can do is you can see how the data model has been mapped by SAP as a standard, and might be you can just take it as a reference for your own understanding. Okay, how you can do that part. Okay, so this was more about your Discover tab. So right now might be whenever we get more chance, we can just explore more about this particular, how you can use this, how you can use it when it gets upgraded. Okay, then how you can map it to your design part, how you can enhance it. So these are again different things. Then how you can just monitor or you can just run your artifact part. So these are the different things we do have. You can do inside the systems. We do have lot of related to your security, might be your certificates based authentication, or might be your key stores or your data stores. We do have a lot of things in this particular box, but SAP is trying to make sure that all these pieces falls into one place. Okay, so this was just basic overview about the system, how exactly does it look like, and what are the different key tabs we do have it. So your discover, your design, your monitor, and your run. These are the four important steps we do have in the CPI part. So going next, because I really plan that I'll just keep my presentations very small, okay, because I know people don't like to see much more PPT data. So this was just a short and concise what, why, and what exactly is the CPI and how we can start to learn it. So the next important thing from my perspective is the course content, what exactly we are trying to cover in this particular course. So you can just download this course from anubhavtrainings.com also. You can just look for SAP CPI. So as I mentioned, these have different names. So SAP CPI is the one which we should use it. So right now, whenever we have to start with the course content part, so we have your introduction to this cloud integration. We'll be just talking about integration as such, a tool, the capabilities part, what is an architecture part, what is a network infrastructure, data center, secure communication, because right now it's more about how we connect to different systems. Then we do have our integration scenario. Okay, your catalog, your prepackage, your modify, how we can just use the prepackaged content provided by SAP, how to create our own packages. Then our cloud tools, what are the different clouds tools we have it. Okay, your web UI is right now the one more important, because SAP has stopped giving support on your Eclipse, but you can still try to install it, but web UI will be the front runner from SAP side for your CPI part. Then your SAP cloud platform also, because how we'll start from your cloud platform to my this integration services. How in case if someone has given you cloud platform, then how you can just subscribe for a services and then you can start running it. Okay. Then your cloud connector, why we need a cloud connector. And then your design part, what is my exactly a message model, content enricher, your transformation, routing, list, message handling, then your converters. We do have time-based message transfer, persistence, value mappings, adapters, scripts, different adapters. We do have it. Okay. Your integration processes wise, security wise, enhancement, and your iFlows. So these are the different things we are covering in this particular course, and we just try to make sure that the person who is very new to this integration should be able to pick it up. So we have covered with very basic examples using SOAP UI, sending the data from SOAP UI, so that you can see how data gets into your system and how we can process. We can use time-based message transfer, so that it can initiate your message based on some particular time into a system. So there are different things we have already covered in this particular part. So now previously also, before that also, we have already, I think we have covered complete batch on your cloud platform integration. So we have covered different topics in it. So might be it can be your how we can start with cloud platform, your capabilities or business use cases, your architecture, your prepackaged content, okay, your iFlows, then how to start with your OData services, Groovy, query editor, how can we make a query editor in your SAP CPI, okay, in case if we have to use OData services, okay. So there are a lot of things we do have covered in this particular course. And so right now, same we are planning for this particular bit. Okay, so this is the course content we are planning to cover. And in case if you want to download it, I might be again just mail you up to this complete group. Or in case you want to download it, you can just easily go to Anubhav Trainings, and from there you can also download it. Okay, so this is just one short, concise demo I have given on your cloud platform integration, like what exactly is the business requirement, how can we start it, and what we can achieve it. Okay, so this is pretty much from my side, like holistically overview. In case if you have any questions, might be you can just put into a chat box, or you can just ask me up. Do you cover any enhancements in that one? Standard prepackaged content? So right now we have planned to cover up. In case we are once you ask the question, you can just go on mute. So right now we are just taking a full end-to-end scenario. We are planning to have with your SAP Cloud C4 HANA with your S4 system. So one cloud system to your on-premise system, your S4 might be whatever we can just do is whatever the standard package, standard CPI content we have it, we can just might be enhanced with one field, or in case if you want to change some kind of a mapping based on your specific business requirement, because daily these days we have your EU policy, sorry, your European GDPR policies. So there are a lot of things I have seen in terms of your CPI, your what kind of a data should flow between your different system, or what kind of data we can retain it. Okay, so on that specific requirement, you can just definitely do a lot of things. Okay, so we'll just explain you part. So I think I'll just go into a chat box and might be I'll just read it and I can answer one by one. So I think the next question we have is regarding your access to system. So definitely we have some kind of we have figured out like how to get a free tenant access. So might be I'll just help you to how to install your free tenant and you can just practice on that particular bit. So that's one question. Second question is what are the integration you are planning to deliver, like Salesforce integration or success factors? So right now, I think mostly as such, I'll not be able to cover your Salesforce. I'll be able to show you success factor, how you can just query your compound employee API and show the data for you. So this part definitely I can just show you up for success factor part. So right now, whenever you talk about one important thing about HCI certifications, we do have some kind of questions available with us. Okay, so you can just definitely prepare it up. So on training, Anubhav Trainings also we have set it up what kind of a course coverage or what kind of a topics will have the questions like between 20% and 30%, what particular topics. We'll be just able to help you up with the both the parts. Okay, so I think the next question was regarding your what about Neo and Foundry setup. So right now these are the just runtime environments. In case if you have your cloud platform this particular version, we'll be able to show you how you can just start with your CPI integration services and how you can just play around it. In case if person has question, so I think it's good. Okay, so right now there are different questions I have. Let me just check it up. So right now, I think there is one question regarding how we can migrate from PO to CPI. So right now, yes, this is supported. We have some ES repository based on your version, what kind of a content can be moved to your CPI. So yes, and right now, when we talk about yes, so right now one more question was regarding how can we start from cloud platform. So I'll not be directly jumping into your CPI integration system and start showing you how to start with your development. I'll just show you how you can start with your cloud platform, how you can subscribe for your services, how you can add your what you can say, how you can add a user, how what kind of a role that particular developer is it administrator, what kind of a role it has. So we'll just start from cloud platform. We'll come to cloud platform integration, and from there onwards we are going to cover about your how to start with the basic first prepackaged content or your first artifact. Okay, so this will be started from your cloud platform, your user, what kind of a role you have, then from there how to get a link for your CPI, then opening a CPI system, and then talking about architecture. So this will be very starting from your cloud platform. Okay. So you cover inbound integration with SF as well. So right now integration SF inbound I really need to see, because as if there is no problem in inbound also. Only the problem is sometime for the system. I can show you how to write a query. I can fetch it and I can just show you monitor it and how you can get a response. But in case if you are willing to share your system, might be I can just let you know definitely. Okay. Any prerequisite like PI, PO? So right now, whenever everyone asks questions regarding PI and PO, so definitely in case if we have done it PI, PO, so as a middleware, you will have understanding, because it's little different from application development. Okay. So it in this also logic comes, but important point when I say as an integration developer, first of all, you have to understand both different systems, what kind of a data format it talks about, how you can first of all connect and then start sending my data. And then when I say Groovy script, then it's kind of an application logic based on your records. Okay, so it's more kind of a mindset you need to have it, that you have to connect two systems, how the data will come, how you can process it. Okay, so as such minimum prerequisite, so definitely there is some kind of a bare minimum prerequisite we have as per your how you can connect or what kind of mindset you have. But definitely during the course, I'll be trying to map it your CPI example with your PI example, because PI has been in the market from like 2002 when XI version first came up. Okay, but your CPI, for sure, I can just say this is more on Apache Camel framework, in which the functionality is way different than your SAP PI. Okay. So can you cover dropping files using CPI? So right now I'm not sure. I'll be make out the questions. In case if you want to just put it again, you can just put it. Can you cover dropping files to vendor using CPI? In case if you can just more clearly mention your question. Next question is regarding what are the integration adapters covered in this particular course. So right now we do have OData, SOAP, SFTP, and for your last one, I'll be talking about your success factor adapter. Okay. So right now, I think the next question I have, do we cover integration between Cloud Connector and SAP system using certificates? So right now, whenever we just talk about certificates, so I think these days it's quite easy using the certificates. Right now, it's not as such a previous time when we just have so much of confusion regarding the certificates. Okay, so we do have a concept of a certificates, and I can show you in my systems for cloud system, once C4HANA system to your CPI. How can you download a certificate where you can easily upload that particular certificate for your installation. Okay, then what prerequisites? I think it's fine. Groovy script, I'll be just talking about your basic. So I think you can just easily cover your Groovy script part. So Groovy, it's fine. For Groovy, I'll be just giving the basics, how you can just start with it. So so I think the next point is HCI a good choice for pure web developer? So right now, I think HCI is kind of a more kind of integration development. In case if you have a developer, so I think definitely you would be, I think know about how to write your logics. But I think as per career choice, I think I'll just leave it to you because this is quite. I don't think so. I'm the right person to talk about this particular bit. But one thing for sure, in case if you get an opportunity to move into SAP CPI, I'll highly recommend you, because the most important thing for this is because most right now SAP himself is focusing more on the integration part. Okay, and this will be a key part in coming years. 22 till 22, I can just for sure CPI will be a very good option in case if you want to start with. So then right now the next question we do have it for your SCP, will HCI DA. So right now data services is not covered in data service is not covered in this particular course. HCI DA is sorry, we are not covering. Okay, so only the challenge is installing that particular agent and to get that kind of a bulk data to show for that real time. It's quite a challenge. So right now, no, we are just talking about only SAP CPI. So right now, does CPI capable of developing custom integration package control? So definitely, yes, definitely. So right now, integration package, you can just create any custom, you can create any number of custom package. Important is what kind of integration flow or artifact you build inside it. It's quite important. And seeing how complexity SP customer are, so there are hundred of examples in which customer had developed a complex integration with non-SAP systems using the CPI part. It's all about your business use case. Yes. So apart from it, any other questions anyone has it? Might be, you can just ask me or you can just put it into a chat box. So any other questions, anyone? Okay, so right now I think about your, so whenever I think it's more about what about your, when you say interview part, I think it's more about what kind of a use case, right? Now suppose in case a company is looking for integration developer, So definitely it more depends on how much practice you have it. In case if you have done all the concepts clearly, and in case if you have developed and you know how to monitor it, how to run it, or in case if how you want to move it to production, in case if you know how to do end-to-end life cycle, I think for you it will become very easy. And guys, one thing very clearly I want to mention it out here, one more important thing. Right now, when I say integration part, trust me, out of 100 artifacts, I see 80 to 85% of packaging in which particular case you don't even know, even you don't need a Groovy. Okay, 80% can be done with SAP CPI functionalities only. Okay, in case of it's a very complex, then only you will be able to need your writing your script. In case if you're smart with context, node message mapping, or how to use router and all those things, for you it will become a little easy. So right now, when you say custom integration development, so definitely we do have a custom integration. Might be we can just send our own custom you say messages or your XML through SOAP adapter, or might be we can use free SOAP UI tool and we'll be able to send into a CPI. Then based on your requirement, you can just process that particular content. Okay. So for system, as I mentioned, we'll help you with the free trial access. So prerequisite, very honestly, as such, we do have bare minimum prerequisite, but we'll just try to cover it from scratch. Okay. So for system, as I mentioned, for non-SAP backend people as such, see, right now this is not about SAP background or non-SAP background. So right now as such, as a middleware, because this is a kind of a middleware tool, so you really need to have a middleware kind of a mindset. Okay, that might be you have a two different systems. You have to make sure how you can get a data from one system, how you can process it based on your requirement, and how you can just send that target system. So right now it's not about having a non-SAP background. Might be there can be a chance that might be someone has taken a CPI tool and they're just trying to integrate both non-SAP systems. So this can be definitely a chance. So it's not about your SAP background. It's more about how much do you really looking to learn in this particular in from your integration perspective. How much you are really looking to put efforts for this particular part. Okay, so I know learning curve will be different, but important point right now is these days people are more looking for a full stack, okay, in which people have worked on your cloud, your middleware, and your backend. Because most of the time it happens that there are messages, whatever you are working on, it stucks, or how you can have your logics in your middleware. So there are so many things we do have it, but definitely your CPL tool will help you to make sure that different systems are connected. Okay. So apart from it, are there any questions? So right now, whenever I think one good question is regarding the class timing. So this course will be happening on Saturday and Sunday. So this will close to 3 months. That will take time. So it will be evening 8 to 9:30, 1.5 hour course. So right now, yes, it is IST. Yes, it is IST. Sorry, I would have, because yeah, people from other time zones have also joined. So yes, timings will be Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 9:30, 1.5 hours. 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST, Saturday and Sunday. And this will be starting from the next week, okay? Because this is the first time I'm keeping tomorrow also, in case people ask questions, because sometimes people missed out, or in case if they don't get proper information. So you can just drop me email also. So my email ID is also samfordisouza@gmail.com. Second one is mind contact. In case if you have any specific question, you can ask me. And tomorrow also I'll open this bridge for 15 to 20 minutes again. So that still people have question, and in case if they're not clear about this, because I don't want to take a wrong decision, they can ask their question. Their expectation should be clearly set, and they should be able to target like in like next coming 2 to 3 months what they will be able to achieve it. Okay. So right now this course will, in case we just start from next week, which will be from 18th of your January. Continuous classes will have, so it will just go by March, definitely March to April. This course will try to wrap it up. Okay. One good thing I always do whenever there is a kind of a general holiday, or in case if I can plan it, I just try to take one extra day, might be in a month or like once in 2 weeks, so that we can just additionally take up and try to cover it as soon as possible. Initially, I'll just try to target this class for 1.5 hours, because I know sometime going for 2 hours become cumbersome and you just try to miss out on things. So I don't want that. Initially, it will be 1.5 hours. Going forward, it will be close to 2. So yes. So apart from it, is there any questions?
Yeah, hi, this is Ramesh. I have a question on the technical part. I'm trying to connect, you're able to hear me, right?
Yeah, I'm able to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect the CPI, the cloud connector to the MDG system.
Okay, sure. Go ahead then.
And somebody asked me to take the certificate from the cloud connector
Okay,
and put it in the that is MDG system.
okay, your on-premise system. Okay, go ahead. Your master data governance.
And yeah, and um, then add the user to it.
So right now,
And
I'll tell you one important thing why we need a HANA Cloud connector. So right now, because SAP servers are quite critical and important when you just make sure your information flows. So it's not any cloud system can directly hit it, can hit insert data into your cloud platform, into your on-premise system. So anytime in case if you have to pour data onto your on-premise, you have to pass through HANA Cloud Connector. Okay. So right now there is definitely a secure understanding from like how SAP has designed it. So whenever you have to send any time a request inside into SAP system, you need to make sure your request should go from your your CPI to your HANA Cloud Connector, and from there it will just bypass to it will go inside your on-premise system. But vice versa, it's not like that. Okay, so right now, in case if we have, might be I can just show you when we see HANA Cloud Connector part. Installing it can be a little bit challenge for your HANA Cloud, but I can just show you. I have few things on your HANA Cloud Connector, that how does exactly the communication happens. Because whenever you send a request to your Cloud Connector, it has profiles in which you maintain what particular IP or what particular system. So it will just make sure whenever it receives a request, you need to prefix before your endpoint servers. So once it receives, it goes to that connector. From there, it will again hit to your S4 system, because that HANA Cloud prefix will tell inside of which particular S4 system, because there can be chance that with your CPI there are multiple systems connected.
yeah, but how do I take the certificate from the cloud connector?
So right now, I think it's very easy. So right now, might be for a cloud platform integration. Right now, suppose this is your one system. So right now, in case if you have to download kind of a certificates, so you can just easily download a certificate from here. So I can just
So this is
sorry.
okay. This is the certificate.
Yes.
This is the certificate. Okay.
Yep. So right now, when you go to on-premise, this becomes a little tricky, but on your cloud solutions, quite different. So don't have that kind of to be very honest, whenever you start this particular course, whosoever people join it. So one just very good suggestion that you don't have a mindset, oh, I'm going to learn something very complex. Just have fun in learning, whatever the concept you have, whatever the questions we have, it feel free to ask. You do have my email IDs. Mostly, I'll be available across all the days through my email ID and my number. So have this novel mindset that I'm going to learn about integration, different systems, and how can I easily use it. I'll be trying to put all the concepts in a very simple but practical way. There will be a very few concepts, because in integration there are few concepts I cannot explain you because of some kind of a limitation. But as such, for your business use case wise, on my whatever I can show you in system, your CPI development part, I'll just make sure I just cover end to end single bit. First tell you the concept and then get you into system. Nothing is just a theory. One concept, and then for might be for certification, I'm telling you clearly. I can tell you completely how exactly certification work, what are public and private keys, how we can exactly link it, what are the different things. And in case if you have a Groovy script, how you can actually process the data, might be for a list, For one record, everyone can just write a script, but how you can write a Groovy script in case if you have a list to process. So there are a lot of concepts we do have inside a CPI, and once you start with it, we'll just try to make sure to tell you all the concept. And what I expect you guys from is just to put a good hard work. In case if you work 3 to 4 months dedicatedly, I think it's going to help you a lot. Okay. So right now, helping you about the certification part. So right now, whatever the topic I have covered for in this particular course, okay, mostly are from your CPC certification part, because the previously people who has done the certification, I can help you with the question dump. Not exactly the dump. Don't have that kind of a shortcut in your life that I'll be giving some kind of as such, whatever the question people who has given it, I can help you with that question, what kind of a mindset or what kind of a frame you need to answer that particular question. So definitely I can just help you with that particular bit, but you have to definitely put in efforts. So right now we have level mapping indication. We can go to code level as well. You see, yes. So right now when we say code, so right now we do have a Groovy script covered. So right now mapping is one thing, but whenever we go for your more advanced, we do have your what you say, your Groovy script to deal with it. Next question we do have is for try to see more functional or technical. So right now your CPI is more kind of a technical because you have to develop it, but functional in terms of your requirement. So definitely it will be more techno-functional, but it will be more technical. How you'll be able to develop a content, but you need to have that particular mindset in terms of requirement. So whatever the example, we'll take it up in end for your S4 or your success factor. Might we will just set the first context that what exactly we want to do it, what kind of requirement might be your product owner or your team or your client can give you, so that you will be able to develop it up. Okay. So these are the different things we do have it here. So yes, apart from it, are there any other questions do you have, guys? Okay, I'll just wait for more a minute. Okay, in case if any person has any question, please feel free to message me up. Okay, and in case if you feel like all your questions or queries are answered, then I think it's good. I'll be more happy. And in case not, tomorrow again I'll be opening this particular same URL for tomorrow. Okay, and it might be in case you have any question, you can just feel free to ask me. Okay, so I think I just see one last question. Do we cover integration between cloud connector and SAP system using the certificate? So I can just show you this particular part, but right now as such I don't have. Might be I think the system is one thing, because your HANA Cloud Connector get always installed on that particular environment where SAP is. Okay, where your SAP instance is in the same box. But I can just explain it when might be in case if you have specific to your business requirement. So tomorrow I'll be opening it up the same line at 7 o'clock. Might be 15 minutes. In case if you have any questions, you can just feel free to ask. And in case if you really want to subscribe to this particular course, you can just what you can do is we do have this contact details. Okay, install.app or Samford. These are the numbers. Second one is mine. And in case if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me out. Okay, just waiting on you guys. Please, in case you have any questions, you can just ask me. I don't think so we should be dependent like any name or any kind of questions you have. So you can please feel free to ask.
The one which you showed me was the CPI certificates to download.
Correct.
But how do we download from the cloud connector? Because the cloud connector will have a port 8443 or something like that, right?
So there is a way to set up a connection between these two. So right now, as such, I don't have system level that I can go into. This is more kind of a demo. Okay, so might be in case you're very specific, you can just mail me up. Okay.
Sure. I'll do that.
Thank you. So yeah, so I'll do one thing. I'll just close this particular call for today. Thank you so much. Really, it was good to have you all on board. So please feel free to drop me a mail or message me in case you have any questions. Thank you so much.